Who is my toughest UFC opponent?
He clipped him behind the head.
Some of you that actually know that I fought in the UFC, and some somewhat obscure. I fought there for a few years, 4 or 5 years. I ended up actually fighting Islam Makhachev. He was one of the only guys to beat me, but that's not the toughest guy that I fought. I fought him, I fought this other dude, Tai Hyun Bong, who's like a really strong power puncher. He was difficult. Rustam Khabilov was really good. You guys know he beat Jorge Masvidal. That guy I actually pretty much dusted. They robbed me, obviously. But the toughest guy, the most difficult dude to create a game plan for the whole time was world champion in jiu-jitsu, in a gi, right? He was a national champion wrestler. He was a southpaw power puncher. Just that combination is difficult. But then he had, like most southpaw power punchers, he had a good left hand, but most of his power was actually in his right hook. And the guy's a counter fighter. So he's not somebody you can just make fall on the sword and die really easily. It was like the craziest, most patient performance that I've ever had to have. Adriano Martins. Most of you don't know who that is because the UFC cut him immediately after I beat him. What has he done in the UFC? This guy's claim to fame is knocking out the current #1 155er, Islam Makhachev. He fought Islam. Islam was kind of wild at this point, coming in a little bit wild, and thought the guy's a southpaw, right? So just go to the weak side, and bang, walked him right into the nastiest right hook. Okay, go back and watch the fight. Adriano Martins versus Islam Makhachev. Nasty right hook, had Islam sleeping. Now, I beat this guy, but it was such a difficult game plan because, man, how do you deal with that, right? The guy's a national level wrestler, so he comes at you power punching. You can't just shoot under and double leg him and take him down and control him there, right? He's got world champion jiu-jitsu ability, so if he does get on top of you, you got the submission is a threat. He's got good wrestling, so you know he can get you there. He's power puncher, so you don't want to just go and slug leather with this guy and get in a firefight, or you're gonna die. But he won't bring the firefight either, so it's difficult to counter him. How did I do it? If you guys want to know how I created the game plan and what my strategy was going into that fight, okay, drop a comment, let me know. And if enough people comment that they want to know and they want to see it, I'm going to release a video on it, okay? This will help you to deal with the problem of power punchers, deal with the problem of southpaws, deal with the problem of wrestlers. There's a lot there. So let me know if you want to see it. I'll show you.
First round. Oh, he clipped him behind the head. That's it.